Hello guys, in this video I am going to teach you how to use log table to find the log and anti-log values so that you can do your calculations easily. We usually find addition and subtraction to be easier than division and multiplication. So if you apply log to multiplication and division, you can change them into addition and subtraction. Then it is going to be easy for us to do our calculations. So now I'll show you how to apply log to our calculations. Look at this example. We have a problem where we are going to multiply these two numbers and again these two numbers and divide those two values. So this is going to be a little complicated, but it's not very difficult. We can do it, but still you can make it easier by applying log. As I told you, if you have multiplication, if you apply log, you can do addition operation. Whereas in the case of division, if you apply log, you can subtract it. So now I'll show you how we are going to do that. Now look at this formula. Log xy is equal to log x plus log y. So if you have a log value in multiplication, you can add these two log values. Same way, if log x by y is there, you can actually subtract it, log x minus log y. So what I'm trying to say is, here you can add these two values and again you can add these two values and subtract both the values. You will get the right answer. So how we can do that? If you apply log to these values. So if you apply log to that, log 457.2, this multiplication will become plus log 32.3 divided by, which means minus log 0.023 plus log 1.36. So what you're going to do, you're going to add these two values, same way add these two values in the denominator and subtract this value from this value. You will get the final answer. But the thing is, in the question given, log is not given. We are actually applying log. So at the end, we have to cancel that log. For that reason, you will take the anti-log of the answers so you could get the final answer. So after adding and subtracting, you will get an answer and take anti-log for that answer to cancel the log you have applied in the beginning so that you could get the final answer of this calculation. So now I will teach you how to look into the log table to find out the values for these numbers. Let's take few examples and find the log values for those examples from the log table. You would have seen the log table. See, this is the logarithm table. From this, we are going to find out the values. So before that, I'll show you how to write these values. Whenever you find log values for a number, we usually write two parts in that log value. One before the decimal and one after the decimal, and these values are called as characteristic and mantissa values. The value which you write before the decimal is called as characteristic value, and the value which you are going to write after the decimal is called as mantissa part. For writing the mantissa part only, we will look into the log table that I showed you now. But for writing this characteristic part, you have to look into the decimal of this given question. Now look here. This number is 1456.32. So before the decimal, how many values are there? How many significant figures actually are there? We have 4 values. If you have 4 values, then the characteristic part will be 3 point. For example, if your number is not having this value, this 0.32 is not there. If you have 1456 also, then what will be the characteristic part? 3 point, because even if the decimal is not given, it is understood the decimal is after 6. So before the decimal we have 4 values, so you are supposed to write 3 point. Now look here, before the decimal how many values you have? 3 values, so 2 point. Characteristic part will be 2 point. Now look at this example, 79.36. Before the decimal we have 2 digits, and no matter how many digits you have after the decimal, just look for the digits before the decimal. So 2 digits are there, so your characteristic part will be 1 point. For this one, again before the decimal we have 2 digits, so 1 point. Here we have one digit, so you are writing 0 point. So the total number of digits minus 1 will be the characteristic part. And Look at this example. 0.46. See, it starts with a decimal. Before that you have 0, and after the decimal you have a non-zero value. In such case you should write 1 bar. The characteristic part is 1 bar. Look here, it starts with 0, and after that instead of a non-zero value it starts with a 0 value. You have 1 0 after the decimal, then you should write 2 bar. If you have 2 zeros after the decimal, then it is 3 bar. But before the decimal it should start with 0. Now look here, before the decimal if it starts with a number, suppose you have 0 here, 3.022, then what will be the characteristic part? 0 point, because before the decimal you have 1 digit which is a non-zero value, and you had 1 digit, so you are writing 0 bar, 0 point. But here before the decimal you are having 0, so 0.46. So after the decimal no 0, so 1 bar. If after the decimal you have 1 0, then it is 2 bar. If you have two zeros, 0.0073, then you should write 3 bar. This is nothing but -1, -2. We call this as 1 bar and 2 bar. And if you have 3 zeros, for example 0.00073, then 3 zeros you should write 4 bar. So this is how you're supposed to write the characteristic part. Now writing the mantissa part, you have to look into the log table. And remember one thing, when you are looking into the log table, please don't worry about these decimals. We use this decimal to write this characteristic part, and that's it. While looking into the log table, just take the first 4 digits. No matter how many digits are there, anyways when you round off to the correct value, you will get the proper answer. So it's okay to look into the first 4 values into the log table. See, all would have seen a log table. See, this is a log table. It has 3 parts actually. See, this is one vertical part, and this is a horizontal part, and this is the mean difference part. When you have 4 digits, for the first 2 digits, you have to look into this vertical part. And for the third digit you have to look here in the horizontal part, and for the fourth digit you have to look into the mean difference. So for example, if you are taking the log value for 1456, you have to look for 14 here. So where is 14 here? See, here it's 14. So in 14 you have to look for 5. So where is 5? So it meets with 14 at 1614. So 14, 5, and you have a fourth digit which is 6. You have to look for the mean difference. So where is mean difference now? See, this is mean difference. So in mean difference, 6th value, where it meets with 14 here. Okay, so you have 18 here in the 6th mean difference. So what you're supposed to do, you have to add this mean difference 18 with this 1614 value. This 1614 value plus 18 will give you the log value for this. Now I'll show you how to add this 2 values. For 14.5 we got 1614, and for 14.6 mean difference we got the value 18. So when you add this together you're getting 1632. So what is the log value for this? 3.1632 is the log value. So this is the log value. The next one, 342.0. Don't worry about the decimal, as I told you. Take the first 4 digits. For 0 we don't have mean difference, so just take the first 3 digits. 34, 2. So now how to look into the log table. Now this is the log table. You have to look for the first 2 digits, you have to look here. So you have to look for 34 here. So where is 34? So this is 34. In 34 here, which number you have to look for? This 2. This is the third digit. So 34, 2, what value you are getting? See, this is 2. And remember one thing, it starts with 0, not with 1. So 0, 1, 2. So third one is the 2 value. So for 2, 34, 2, what do you get? See, this is 34 and this is 2. You are getting 5340. See, this is 5340. You have 34, 2. Fourth digit is not there. It is actually 0. So we don't have mean difference for 0. It starts with 1. So you stop with the 3 digits. So your value would be 5340. So for 342.0, the log value is 2.5340. Now let's try for the third value, log of 79.36. So what you're supposed to do, look for the 79 in the vertical column and 3 in the horizontal row and 6 mean difference. So now let's try. Where is 79? 79 is here, and where is 3? 3 is here. So 79, 3, you are getting a value of 8993. Okay, 8993, and for 6 mean difference, again in 79 you have to look for the 6 mean difference. You're getting a value of 3. 79, you're getting a value of 3. So here for what is the mean difference? 6. For 6 you're getting a value of 3. So you have to add these two values. You got 8993 for 79.3, and for 6 mean difference you got 3. So add this value, you're getting 8996. So what is the log value for 79.36? It's 1.8996. Now let's try the log values for other questions. Now with this 16.1, so what you will do, 16 and 1. So look into the log table. Where is 16? 16 is here and 1 is here. So the value is 2068. So value is 2068. And 1 we have written based on this decimal, that is the characteristic part. And for the mantissa part only, you look into the table. And here you have 3.22. I told you don't worry about the decimal. Take the first 2 digits. For 32, 2. So where is 32? You have 32 here and 2 value here. So 5079 is the value. If it is not clear, you can have your own log paper or log book, and it is given at the back of your textbook also, so that you can follow what I am teaching. For this value 0.46, you have to start with the significant figure, which means non-zero value. It starts with 0, so leave this 0. So you have to look for the 46. You don't have a third digit. If the third digit is not there, you have to take it as 0. So you will look for 460. So your 46 is here and 0 value is here. So 460, and you're getting an answer of 6628. Remember, when there is only 2 digits, you have to consider the third digit to be 0. And now look here. Here, when you look into the table, don't worry about these zeros. Start with 73 and 2. So where is 73? 73 is here. So look for 73 and 2. This is 2. So 73, 2, you're getting a value of 8645. So this is how we have to look into the log table for the log values. So remember, for writing the characteristic part, you have to look at the decimals here, and for writing the mantissa part, take the 4 digits. If it starts with 0, leave that 0, start with the non-zero values. Here same way 732. If there are only 2 digits, then for the third digit you can consider it to be 0. So 460, you have to look into the table to write this value. Now let's move on to the calculation part. The example that we have taken in the beginning of the video, let's try to solve that problem. Before going into that calculations, many of you get a doubt. Let me clarify that also. If you have a single digit and you have to find a log value for that, how you have to do? Say for example, I'm going to find the value of 4, log 4. So first write the characteristic part. How will you write the characteristic part? See, where is the decimal? It is understood. It is here. Okay, so before the decimal, you have just one value. So 1 digit. When it is 1 digit, what you are supposed to write in the characteristic part? 0 point. Do you remember? Look here. So there is 1 digit before the decimal. You wrote 0 point. So 0 point. Now, when you are looking into the log table, you have to look for 40, 0. So 40 in this horizontal part and 0 on the vertical part and 0 on the horizontal part. Now I'll show you in the log book. So for log 4, you have to look for 40. See, 40 and 0. 40, 0, 6021. So log 4 value is 0.6021. So 6021 will be the log 4 value. So remember, if there is just one digit, then add 2 zeros for the second and the third digit. So now we'll move on to the calculation. This is the problem that we have taken in the beginning of the video. So now 457.2. We are going to find out the log. See, here it is multiplication, here it is division. We are going to take log, add these two log values, and then add these two log values, and then subtract the value you're getting here from this value. Now for this, the log value, see there are 3 values before the decimal, so 2 point is the characteristic part. Now look into the log table for 45, 7 and 2 mean difference. So look into the table. So where is 45? 45 is here. So here it is 45 and 7, it's here. So 45, 7, you're getting a value of 6599 and 2 mean difference. So in this same 45, you look for the mean difference 2 here. So 45, 2, you're getting 2. So you're going to add these two values. What are the two values? 6599, see 6599 for 45, 7, and for 2 mean difference, you got a value of 2. You got a value of 2, so 2. So you're getting an answer 6601. So what is the log value for 457.2? 2.6601. Same way for 32.3. For characteristic part, 2 digits before the decimal, so 1.32, 3. You will look into the log book for 32 and 3. You are getting 5092. Now add these two values. See, 2 plus 1, 3. 9 plus 0, 9, 6 plus 0, 6, 6 plus 5, 11, put 1 here and again 1 here. So 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 1, 4. So 4, because it is multiplication, you are adding these two values. So keep this answer as such. Now coming to the denominator, you have two values. Find the log for these two values and add those two values. So for 0.023, see, it starts with a 0. So after the decimal, you have a 1 0. So what will be the characteristic part? 2 bar. If there are no zeros, then 1 bar, 1 0, 2 bar, 3 zeros after the decimal, 2 bar. So now here you have just 1 0, so 2 bar. And for looking into the log table, you will look for 23 0 because you don't have a third digit. So 23 0 will give you an answer of 3617. And now coming to this one, 1.36. You have to write the characteristic part 0 because before the decimal just one digit is there. So 0.136. Look into the table for 13 and 6. You will get a value of 1335. Now add these two values. 7 plus 5, you are getting 12. And reminder 1, 3 plus 1 plus 1 would be 5. And 6 plus 3, 9. 3 plus 1, 4. And you got 2 bar. 2 bar plus 0 is 2 bar. Treat this 2 bar as minus 2. So minus 2 plus 0 will be minus 2. So 2 bar 0.4952. Now this divided by this. So this log value minus this log value. So take these two values and subtract. Look here. 4.1693 minus 2 bar 0.4952. You are going to subtract. 3 minus 2 is 1. 9 minus 5 is 4. 16 minus 9 would be 7. So you are borrowing from here. So this 1 becomes 0. So you are borrowing 1 from here. So this becomes 3. So 10 minus 4 will be 6. Now 3 minus minus 2. So minus of minus will become plus. So 3 plus 2 will be equal to 5. So you have to be careful with this part. If you are borrowing from here and already if there is a minus value here, instead of putting a 3 like this, you have to put minus 1 here. I'll show you with another example. So now here you have borrowed from here. So this becomes 4 becomes 3. So 3 minus of minus 2. So 3 plus 2 gives you 5. So 5.6741 is the answer. But this is not the final answer because you have applied log to these values and then you have done the calculation. Now I told you what you're supposed to do. You have to cancel that log you have applied. For that purpose, you have to take the anti-log. So anti-log of this value will give you the final answer for this question. Writing anti-log value is different from writing log values. Now I'll show you. See, whenever you're writing anti-log 5.6741 here, always look into the table for the value after the decimal. Don't take this value. So write this value as to the power of 10. So 10 power 5. Put multiplication symbol and write 10 to the power 5. Whatever number you have before the decimal, write it to the power of 10. Now write this value as 0.6741. No matter what value you have here, after writing this to the power of 10, write this as 0.6741. Now look into the anti-log for this value. Now also don't look for 0. You have to start with the numbers after the 0 when you look into the table. So you have to look into the table for 67 in the vertical column and 4 in the horizontal row and 1 in the mean difference. This part is just same how you look into the log table. But remember, you should not take, no matter what value here, you should not take this value for looking into the anti-log table. So you have to look for 67, 4 and 1 mean difference. And remember, while looking into the table, just check whether you are looking into the right table. See, this is logarithm and the next page will be having anti-log tables. So this is anti-logarithm. See, in anti-log it starts with 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. So always be careful on which page you are looking for. So now for looking anti-log, 67, 4. So where is 67? So here is 67. 67 and 4 here. So 67, 4. You are getting a value of 4721, and after that you have a value 1 mean difference. So in 67, 1 mean difference 1. So add the two value. What are the two values? 67, 4, you got 4721. So write 4721, and for 1 mean difference you got a value of 1. So add these two values, you get 2274. So 4722 is your answer, anti-log answer. See, for Z6741 you got an answer as 4722. Now for 0 you have to place the decimal after 1 digit. See, remember, when will you write 0 here? When the decimal is after 1 digit. Same way, when will you write 0 here? When the decimal is after 1 digit. So remember, here you looked at this digits and write this value. Here you are going to look at this value and place the decimal. So every time you will take 0 point, because this 5 you will write here as par. If you want to use this 5 for placing the decimal, where you will place the decimal? Again, get back to log. When will you write this 5 here? When you have 6 digits before the decimal. See, when you have 3 digits here, you write 2. When you have 2 digits, you write 1. When will you write 5 here? When you have 6 digits. So this can also be the answer, 472200. We have just 4722. You can add 2 more zeros to bring it to this value. So remember, while taking anti-log, don't take this number to the table. Only this value you look into the anti-log table, write the values and use this number to place the decimal. So to avoid confusion, we usually take this number in the power of 10 to the power 5 and consider here as 0. So whenever you place the decimal to the anti-log value, it will be before after 1 digit, like this. So here you can write into 10 to the power 5. Or if you want to write into the power of 4, you have to move the decimal. 47.22 into 10 to the power 4. If you don't want to write any of the zeros, you just want to write the values, then the answer is 472200. So this is how you have to take the anti-log. So the answer for this calculation is this, this or this. All the three are same. So remember, when you are applying log, you have to cancel the log at the end by applying the anti-log. In the question itself, if you have log, for example, in electrochemistry problems and all, you will have log 32.3 in the problem itself. If the log is already there, then you need not apply anti-log. Here, no log, you are applying log, so you are applying anti-log at the end to cancel the log. Now I'll show you one example. Here I told you to put -1. I'll show an example in that type. Suppose if you take log values and you're getting these two answers as log values. Now we are supposed to subtract this and this. See, 2 bar 0.1693 minus 1.5933. So now I'll show you how to do this calculation. 3 minus 3 is equal to 0 and 9 minus 3 is 6 and 16 minus 9. So you're borrowing 1 from here, so this 1 becomes 0. So 16 minus 9 is 7. Now you have 10 here, 10 minus 5 is 5. See, for writing 10 here, obviously you'll borrow from here. Already it is 2 bar. If it is, for example, positive number, like in the previous example, if it is 4, then you will write this as 3 and write this as 10. Here already it is a negative number, so you are supposed to put minus 1 to this. So this 2 bar will become 3 bar if you are borrowing from here. So 3 bar minus 1. So 3 bar minus 1 bar, which means 3 bar minus 1. It will be like this: minus 1, minus 2, minus 1. So this will be equal to minus 4. So we write this as 4 bar. So treat that bar as negative. So minus 1, minus 2, minus 1. So you are getting minus 4. So now this is your log value. Suppose if you want to take anti-log for this, anti-log of 4 bar minus 5760. I told you this part, put it in powers of 10. So 10 power minus 4 and write here as 0 point. So 0.5760. You are going to take anti-log for this alone, 5760. You will get a value of 3767. If it is 0 here, place the decimal after 1 digit. So your answer is 3.767 into 10 to the power minus 4. If you multiply this minus 4, you will get 0.0003767. Remember, when will you write, see, if you are directly doing this calculation, if you are taking anti-log for this, you are getting a value of 3767. Now place the decimal using this value. When will you write 4 bar when you take log value? When there are 3 zeros after the decimal. See, put 3 zeros after the decimal depending upon this number, because 4 bar is here. So put 3 zeros, 3767. If it is confusing for you, you can go with this. Write this value in the power of 10 and take this as 0.5760. Take the anti-log, place the decimal after 1 digit, and that will be your answer. Hope you understood how to use this log table and anti-log tables.